All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Sheldon Brubaker, Assistant Council Commissioner for Roundtables, and welcome to the November Horseshoe Trail District Roundtable. With me on this recording is Nikki Welch, our District Executive, Mr. Rick Schober, our District Chairman, Jim Fowler, our District Commissioner, Myrna Walker, how many hats are you wearing right now, Myrna? Popcorn, etc. You'll find out more in a few minutes. And Mike Stanilla, our Order of the Arrow Chapter Advisor. So, for the start, I'm going to turn it over to Nikki for our safety moment.
All right. Before I go into the safety moment, please everybody remember that once you've watched this, send an email to Jim Fowler so that he can record attendance. So, for safety, I wanted to talk with everybody a little bit about COVID. I know that it's been going on. I know that it's been giving us a lot of issues. We're all doing our best to work with it, but especially with the other bugs that are going around right now, we really need to be careful about the safety of our youth, as well as the safety of ourselves. So please remember, wear your masks. If somebody is sick, don't have them come to a meeting. If you aren't sure, then please be careful, play it safe. I know that Jim Fowler and I are going to be very busy over this month and next month with recharters. And the last thing that either one of us wants is for either of us to get sick, because you're the units that are going to be having trouble if any of us get sick. Because the last thing I need is to try to hand over your recharter to Dan Hansen, who probably hasn't done one in about 6 years. So please stay safe. Happy holidays to everybody. COVID is not a joke. Neither are a lot of other illnesses out there. If you are curious about safety moments, go to scouting.org, and they have safety moments on almost everything that you can imagine. And a lot of them deal with things like cold weather camping, which Sheldon is going to talk about later when he talks about Klondike. Thank you, Sheldon. Back over to you.
All right. Thank you for that message, Nikki. I'm going to turn it now over to Myrna Walker, who's going to talk about several things, but first up is everyone's favorite snack food, popcorn.
Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you tonight from my home. I wanted to let everybody know that thank you very much for everybody who participated in the popcorn and nut sale. We had a lot of challenges this year, and because of those challenges, we did only have about a third of the sales of what we had last year. So we can only go up from here for next year. Hopefully everybody got their Prize Mania and council incentive into Prize Mania into the Camp Master program, and the council incentive is on the council website. Those were due, so hopefully you already have those in. Part of the problem we had was definitely the COVID issue, but we also had a couple of units who had committed to do show and sell or take order and then backed out. We certainly can understand why that would happen. The take orders are coming in November 12th. And I have 2 people to assist with the sorting at Camp Mac. Those who chose the Lancaster warehouse will be helping out on Thursday and taking their product with them, so that we can leave Friday open for the other 2 districts to pick up their product. I do have 2 people to help me with distribution on Friday, so I thank them very much. And I did want to let everybody know that we are still taking late orders. If you have youth who say that they have orders, please make sure to get those orders to me. I will collect them all and make sure that they get to the council office before the deadline. It might not be a bad idea to ask your youth if they have been selling popcorn and ask them to get their paperwork in as quickly as possible. On to Scout Expo. Yay, yes, we are having it, as far as I know. I'm meeting with Michelle and at the mall to find out how we are going to adapt our program according to how the mall is handling attendance, but we are still having the program. Wanted to let everybody know it is February 8th through the 12th, and the theme is, Are You Prepared? Who knew we'd have such a apropos theme? But I did want to let everybody know we are going to be having the merit badges again this year. We are working on emergency preparedness and public health, and there will be prerequisites that will need to be done. All of that information will be going out by email to the key 3 of the units. Same thing with the Webelos. We're going to be working on the Emergency Preparedness Award for them and the Conservation Good Turn Award for them. Again, some of them are going to have prerequisites, and be on the lookout for the email to come out. Do want to let everybody know that, like I said, we are planning on doing it. We may just have to make things slightly different, not exactly sure yet. But look for an email from me in regard to the Scout Expo with the registration form and with the information packet. Okay, last thing on my list is the Camp Master program. And we still have units, our time slots that are available. A lot in January, February, and March, obviously. And Bayshore seems to be on the light side as far as having help out there. Please do make sure that you reach out to myself or out to Dan Hansen or to or look at the program online. There is information online for you, but we really could use the help. It's a lot of fun to do it, and you know, it's a nice relaxing weekend for you. You know, if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Myrna. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Jim Fowler, who's going to talk about that all-important item, rechartering.
Good evening. Rechartering starts this coming Thursday. We will be at Camp Mac on Thursday evening. And all you need to do is sign up with the Sign Up Genius. And if you haven't received the link, I think Nikki's going to send that out later on this week, just as a reminder. Like she said earlier, we want people to wear a mask and social distance. So 5 November we'll be at Camp Mac. 16 November we'll be at Ephrata United Methodist Church. 24th November we'll be in the Lebanon Valley Mall. 3 December we'll be back at Camp Mac. The 16th of December we will be in the office. And the 18th of December is the deadline. You need to sign up as soon as you can. Nikki's got about 100 recharters to get in because we're working with Harvest this year, and some of Harvest units are signing up also on the Sign Up Genius. So when you come, make sure your packets are prepared, ready to go, along with your JTE sheet. And I'll talk a little bit more about JTE later on. So, all right, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. As you may not know, but you can start today getting online and doing your work towards getting your recharters done. And obviously making sure everybody's got their youth protection training and also, if appropriate, position-specific training for your leaders. All right, I'm going to turn it over now to Sheldon to talk about the Klondike. Okay, hey, let's talk about the Klondike. We are having a Klondike this year. The date is Saturday, January 16th, 2021. We are still in the process of trying to figure out how exactly that's going to look like. We do know that the main focus, of course, is the day event. We are still looking to have the 3 sets of programs, for one for the Webelos, another for the traditional scout patrols, sleds, and also for the Iron Will pairs, the Iron Will Trek. And as always, we need your help. You can always contact me if you'd like to help on the committee, help with one of the sites, maybe help with scoring registration, possibly helping running scores. There's so many different jobs that without your help, we can't make it possible. And so we thank everybody who's helped in the past. We look forward to your help again. I can be reached at smb115@ptd.net. I can also be reached on my cell, 717-468-5333. We also plan to get some more information out, hopefully get a packet once we know exactly how we can take care of camping, how many people, et cetera, et cetera. This is obviously new to everybody, how we're going to handle the event. But once we get all those details squared away, you will know. Please keep the date open. Please get your units ready to go. We will be having the event. So that is all that I have for Klondike, especially the troops, if any are interested in camping out overnight, definitely making sure that they are prepared for the weather. It can get rather cold during the night in January, so please make sure that your units are prepared and dress accordingly. At this moment now, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Stanilla to give us announcements regarding Order of the Arrow. Thank you, Mike.
All right, good evening. Just a couple of quick announcements. It's the month of November, and so your 2021 dues are due by the end of November, November 30th. The fee is $17, and you can pay that through Tentaroo. As a reminder, if you attended the fall ordeal, your fee included a prorated amount, and so you still need to pay for 2021 through Tentaroo. As far as I know, we are still having LLD on November 21st from 8 to 4 at the training center. The cost is $7. It's being limited to 50 people. So you can, again, sign up for that through Tentaroo. I believe, as I'm looking at my phone, so earlier today, our new chapter chief, Sam Davis, sent out an email to every member of the Horseshoe Trail that's a member of the OA. We are going to have our chapter meeting in person this Thursday, excuse me, November 5th at Cockendorfer United Methodist Church in Lebanon. We will also be having our December meeting there on December 3rd. This week, we're going to have a presentation about Pennsylvania archaeology, and then December 3rd will be our annual Christmas party, and we'll talk more about that on Thursday at our chapter meeting. Like I said, the email has the address, but it's Cockendorfer United Methodist Church it's my own church, and I always forget for where we meet. It's 1165 Cockendorfer Road in Lebanon, 17046. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Sam or I in that email, and we hope to see lots of you there for our chapter meeting. I believe that's it.
All right, thanks, Mike. I just took a quick peek at that email, and Sam put the address as 1105 Cockendorfer Road.
1105 is correct. Yeah, I was trying to read it on my phone.
Okay, just double checking. All right, so if you got the email, the address is correct. All right, thanks, Mike. All right, now with some miscellaneous, and I'm sure she's got a few for you, some more announcements from Nikki. All right, go ahead, Nikki.
All right. A lot of people have been asking about scouting for food bags. Scouting for food bags are in the office. They arrived last week, and I put them out so that whenever you come into the office, you can pick them up. All you have to do is ask Robin. For those of you, if you can't make it to pick them up before Thursday, I will be taking all of the remaining bags with me to the Camp Mac Training Center for the Recharter Night. So I'm hoping that if you haven't picked them up by then, or made arrangements to pick them up with me other than that, that you will please have somebody come and pick them up at the Recharter Night. Scouting for food this year is a little different. I know that some of the food banks have requested special precautions to be taken. For instance, the Lidditz area one has requested that they do trucks in a parking lot as opposed to bags door to door, which it's COVID concerns and everybody has different needs. So please check with your food bank to see what their specific needs are for what they need you to do so that you can make sure that you get the food to them properly. The other thing I'm going to mention is it is Pinewood Derby time, or at least it's time to start thinking about Pinewood Derby. The district Pinewood Derby, of course, we could not have it in 2020, but we are planning the one for 2021. It is going to be moved to a later date. I believe it's going to be right around the first weekend of May. Or I think it's the Saturday of Mother's Day weekend was the day that we could have it available. And the reason for that is we are moving it to the Camp Mac Training Center, or sorry, Camp Mac Dining Hall, so that we can have the open air place. We can have plenty of people social distancing, wearing masks, because we just have a feeling that these restrictions are still going to be in place come springtime. So we are preparing to make sure that we can do everything there. And if one of you was a Cub or had a Cub that qualified for the 2021 with your unit that was unable to attend, you are more than welcome to come to the 2021. We will have our makeup race a year late. But if you need Pinewood Derby cars for your unit, please let Robin know right away so that she can order them in. She takes care of a lot of units and there are a lot of kids, and we need to make sure that we have the correct amount of cars in stock for you. Very last thing before I'll turn it back over is Friends of Scouting. A lot of unit presentations had to be canceled. We are still working on sorting out the last of the follow-up for units that either didn't have one or we missed somebody at their presentation. I believe that there is a letter that is going to be sent in the mail to quite a few people within the next couple of weeks from our council. But we are also looking towards the 2021 season. I know quite a few units last year had a presentation at their Christmas holiday party. And so far, I've already gotten 2 who have requested us to do a presentation for this Christmas season. If you would like one of those presentations, please let us know early, because just like you, presenters are concerned about traveling and everything else, and they are all volunteers. So please work with us. Let's make sure that we get the right person to your unit so that we get you taken care of. And you can just let me know via email or text or phone call. I'm happy to answer all 3. So hope to hear from you, and thank you. Sheldon, back to you.
All righty, thank you. So if you haven't figured out by now, we are trying to make sure that your youth are actively involved in lots of different programs. We just have to make concessions. Whether or not we like it is not up to us, but what is up to us is our attitude and willingness to make a program work for our youth. So thank you all for doing that. At this point, I'm going to ask Jim Fowler to share the district commissioner thoughts.
But this evening, I'd like to talk about JTE and recording activities in internet advancement. So tracking the progress of unit members in the following activities is made fun and simple with the activities module in internet advancement. Best of all, any service hours recorded in Internet Advancement feed directly to Journey to Excellence. So, and that includes your campouts, hiking, and your service projects. Question, do I still need to record hours in the Good Turn for American platform? Nope. All your unit service hours will be recorded in Internet Advancement. Furthermore, in Internet Advancement, all Good Turn for America service hours entries, except Eagle service projects, are now available on Internet Advancement. So you can do a lot of things in that. So how does this affect the Scout book? You now record all activities in Internet Advancement. All Scout book camping, hiking, and camping logs have been moved to the new system. And in Scout book, when you click on a Scout's activity, you'll now be directed to Internet Advancement to enter the activities. So that's something, I guess it's new. You can also go directly to Internet Advancement to enter the activities. Scout book users will record all future activities in the new system. Scout book users that record advancement in Scout book should continue to record advancement in Scout book, not Internet Advancement. There's a video with this. I couldn't get the sound on it for mine, but we're going to try and put that up with our recording tonight for Roundtable. So look for that. It's a 3-minute and 33-second video. It's BSA Internet Advancement Activity Logs is the name of it. Or you can go to YouTube and try and find it there. That's basically all I need to say about that, and hope that you can read that online and understand. If you have any questions, just feel free to call me and I'll try and help you with what you're going to do. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Sheldon. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Appreciate it. Just as a reminder to folks out there who might be like me, who always wait until, I don't know, the week before turning in a recharter to put in your service hours, maybe now would be a great time to start putting those in. And hopefully you and your unit have had the chance to get out there and do service work, especially with scouting for food coming up. Record those as quickly as possible. Just as a service announcement for Nikki and Jim's benefit, is obviously the unit ready to go for recharter, the better. Like they said, they're going to be handling 100+ recharters here the next 2 months, and anything you can do to make their job easier, they would appreciate. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our district chairman, Rick Schober.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming out to listen to this. And I want to touch on just a couple of things that Nikki had talked about previously. First off, the Friends of Scouting, and a little bit about the finances of where things stand right now for the PA Dutch Council. As you all are aware and can imagine, the challenges that we faced in 2020 were a huge financial challenge for the Pennsylvania Dutch Council and for our Friends of Scouting presentations. I am happy to say that toward the end of summer, the council looked at some of the things they were doing to reduce costs, and they came up with a modified goal for us to hit for Friends of Scouting. And at this point, we've hit that modified target goal, which is only about 60% of where our original goal was. So definitely we have some challenges there. So that comes right around to what Nikki was saying about getting our Friends of Scouting presentations scheduled. It's extremely important for us this year to get out there, get those scheduled, and make that a priority for all of our units for 2021. The second thing I want to talk about tonight, just again briefly, is to touch on the safety issue. We've all seen the daily stories of the increasing case counts of COVID and have heard the projections that over the next 2 to 3 months, we're in for a very challenging situation with regard to the virus. We're all doing scouting for these young boys and girls, men and women, and it's incumbent on us to set the tone, set the example, and lead by that in our units. The safety of these young men and women is our utmost concern. For them to enjoy the program in this time, they need to feel safe. The parents need to feel safe about their children participating in our program. So please model the use of the masks. I've seen Lebanon County, Jim was telling me they sent a mailer out to everyone in the county, and I've seen television commercials from Lebanon County urging the importance of mask wearing. I know many of our units have been meeting outdoors. As we move indoors with the colder weather, it's particularly urgent that we are wearing masks. Even if there are times in your meeting where you can be distanced, it would be prudent to wear the mask throughout the meeting when you're indoors. And that's what I'm going to say about that. I think it's just, in my view, it's the most important thing we can do right now is to keep our children safe. And as always, thank you to every one of you for all that you do for scouting. Back to you, Sheldon.
All righty. Well, at this point, it appears we have come to the conclusion of our announcement phase of Roundtable. And at this point, just give you a bit of a reflection here. We have heard a lot of things that are going on in the district in terms of different events. We know that packs and troops and crews are meeting various locations in various ways. And certainly we need to realize that as adult leaders of units, our main goal is obviously having a good program, but also maintaining the health and safety of those involved. So I want you to again, to emphasize Rick's words, is to do what you know is going to be best to meet the needs, to keep people healthy and safe in your unit. But there's also another reason we do this, and it was re-emphasized today to me during a Scout presentation, which is always a wonderful thing. I have no problem running Scout ceremonies because that means a young man went and took a challenge and completed it. One thing that was also reminded of me is why we do this. And it's not because we're looking to make Eagle Scouts. What we are looking to do, and the purpose for the program, is that we can make good men and women. Our goal here is to set forth example by the morals and ethics that we wish to teach through the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. I stand there with my troop and say the Scout Oath and Law with them, because I said that is something that not only you do as a youth, but if you use those principles to guide the rest of your life, you will have a life where you're going to change other people's lives. You're going to make an impact on society, and you're going to make a difference. When a lot of this world seems dark and hopeless, scouting can be a light to the rest of the world. So please don't ever give up, and especially during this time when it seems to be a challenge to put forth our program, with you keeping a positive attitude and putting the Scout principles in place, you are going to make a difference in this world. So thank you very much for being with us. Please stay tuned for a couple of, at least one, if not more, extra presentations on top of this. But again, thank you very much.